of the food chain, rock bottom, and handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rockabye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Die the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit on top. Stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick brick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime,
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kenny Nwangu now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They go play action. Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And mark him down way up close to the 40 of the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in Week 3 and then Chicago in Week 5.
From the 44, Cousins going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards.
But he's been doing this for a lot of years. With the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Now Cousins. And it's caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They've gotten into a... And he will take this one into the end zone for the Viking touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers is going to let this one go deep. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Packers.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long. Go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ending up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. This is Lazard with a catch out left.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Rodgers again now.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 29, Rodgers.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7th play in the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. These two teams all tied after 1. go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. The Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Vikings will take over here as they get up to the 43-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just put some away on that snap. Let's face it, as we head further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week. They had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Attention time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Cousins again. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have moved out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now
Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And again, it's Rodgers. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground? We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers going up top. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC native Jackson. And the Vikings are going to take over here at the A&T at their own 5-yard line. The Minnesota offensive ready to get this next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken past the 30. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw again on second down. Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. Catch is made by Metcalf. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
Lean towards the defender, right? You don't need to do that. That's a tough situation for him. His eyes of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. To their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage, so I don't think they have time. They're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a third down throw, but he misses the target, incomplete.
The coverage we just saw break out on third down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Rodgers now on first down. This is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On first down, Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Rodgers to throw once more. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
They were well over the scoreboard as it went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception. And we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action. Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage. Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and the advance it downfield. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And some room to work. Touchdown, Vikings. So let's see. That was impressive. We got 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone. And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 6. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive. But doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. From the 38, Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now it's Rodgers. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Man open, it's Tony, he's got it. Down inside the 10. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Walker going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Play action now. Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
To throw is Cousins.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Justin Jefferson. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 37. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw, Cousins.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll throw again. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
DK Metcalf from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Vikings are going to take possession at their own 16-yard line.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13.
Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Cousins here to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Dwayne Jackson. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
They'll try the middle with Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the ghouls of gods. The moon, the light, the food. My God, oh God, this is son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, just to your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, other titles. You need to grow. Have you lost your mind? But I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the glory.